Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Phoenix and I am back with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Exploration Cruiser Retrofit. So without further ado, let's talk to Lieutenant Laurel here and get the information on this ship. There we go. Nope. Is it a Vice Admiral? Yeah, I think it's a Vice Admiral. There it is. There's the retrofit. Alright, so for starters, you have a Lieutenant Tactical Station, a Commander Engineering Station, a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Station, a Ensign Engineering Station, and a Lieutenant Science. Very heavy on the engineering. For consoles, you have 4 Engineering, 2 Tactical, and 3 Science. For weapons, you have 4 in the front and 4 in the back. You have a base hull of 40,000, a shield modifier of 1, base crew of 1,000, base turn rate of 6, 4 device slots, and you also get plus 5 power to all subsystems. You get the Cruiser Command Array, which is strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulation, weapon system efficiency, and attract fire. Now, the console for this one is the saucer separation console mod, so the saucer will detach from the rest of the ship, and it will fly off and do what it needs to do. There are 2 variants when it comes with this ship. There's the Galaxy and there's the Monarch. You can also use the Venture, and it doesn't show here, but you can use the Andromeda as well, and I'll go over that in just a moment here. So let's talk to you. So here's the regular Galaxy class starship. So you get the nice round saucer section here, the nice sloped back here, impulse engines on the saucer and one on the neck. You have the neck here at the front here, very slender, as it slopes inward towards the front there. You have the deflector dish, nice and old shape there. The hull is nice and round, nice, curves upwards, and then on the bottom curves downwards, so nice round old shape hull. Now it does slope up towards the back here, and then it flattens out, and then you have the pylons, which curve, looks like they curve backwards a bit, and then the back of the pylons, nice straight line, almost little dips, little bumps, I should say. And then you have the pylons which curve upwards, which the nacelles are attached directly right on to the pylons here, right in the middle there. You can see you have the ram scoops, which only have the slight plating near the back, nothing in the front or on the sides here. And then you have them which widen right at the back, and a nice curve right at the back there. And you have the warp nacelles that you can see here all the way around here. So this is your classic Enterprise D or Galaxy class starship. You do have the Andromeda, which you can use, and you have the Venture again, which you can use. This it's just the skin that you can use, and then you have the Monarch variant, which is quite different in some aspects, quite different than the Galaxy. So you have the saucer section here, right here, and then you have where the impulse engines are. Looks like nice straight edge shapes going on here. So you do have the impulse engines there, and then you have one right at the top of the neck, and you do have one right here, right actually directly on top of not directly, but on top of the one on the neck. The neck here, you have slope here. Does have some layering there. The neck looks like with the Enterprise, with the Galaxy class, you have a bit of a straight edge. This one looks like it just goes right into a point, but the neck is pretty much the same when it comes to the sides. It slopes right in to get that edge at the front here. Then you have the deflector dish, which kind of looks a little like an eye. You know how people draw eyes like that? That's what it looks like to me. Then you have the body here, or the hull. It is nice and curved, but there is some parts where it dips, like right in here and here. There's some dips in there, and even the bottom here, it's nice and round, and then you have this nice straight edge slope. Yeah, it is a straight slope there, and you have a lot of piece right here that's nice and flat, which are the pylons. Pylons here, you got this little curvature here on either side here, and then at the back here you have some little, looks like little fins and whatnot, and they do curve slightly upwards. They're at an angle, maybe 45-degree angle. I'm not entirely sure. And you have the warp nacelles, which are attached to the pylons, which there's some little space hole right there. So you have the ram scoops, which is pretty much, they do protrude a little bit, but they are mostly covered by the hull around the ram scoops there. And then you have an area here where you can see the warp nacelles. There's some hull plating there, and then there's hull plating on the top, and on the bottom here. And then at the back here, you have this little fin piece here on either side here, on each side here. So that's mostly, I'm pretty sure, just for aesthetics. Has nothing to do with drag or anything like that, because I don't think there's any drag in space. So there you go. There's the Monarch design. So let's get out of here. So you can change the interiors or your bridge layout anyway. Windows, you get types 1 through 5. So there is a 5th one, which doesn't show up very often. You can change your material from 1 to 7. Change your colors any way you want. And the style, you can change it between the 4, the Andromeda, Galaxy, Monarch, and Venture. And then you have your patterns with your fleet logo if you have a fleet. So that's that. Yes, I want to cancel that. So exit. So moving on, this is the loadout that I am currently using with this ship. So I have 4 anti-proton beam arrays, all accuracy, critical hit, and damage. They are all Mark 11s. I have a anti-proton dual beam bank with the same modifiers, the accuracy, critical hit, and damage. It is also a Mark 11. And I have the transphasic or adaptive transphasic torpedo Mark 12 with the modifiers of Borg and damage times 3. So this is going to do more damage towards Borg. For deflector, I have the Kabali deflector array. For impulse, the hyper efficiency impulse engines. Warp core, I have the Obelisk subspace rift warp core. For the shields, I have the Solanae resilient shield array. For the afts, I already spoke about the beam arrays. I also have the ancient omnidirectional beam array with the accuracy, arc, and damage. And then I have the kinetic cutting beam with damage times 3 modifiers. So for devices, I have the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call, the Subspace Field Modulator, Shield, and Weapons Battery. For the engineering console, I have the Universal Saucer Separation, which I'm going to go over in just a few minutes. 3 RCS accelerators. Science, I put on the antimatter spread just for the 2-piece set. A field generator and the assimilated module. And for consoles, I have 2 anti-proton mag regulators. Okay, so going over the consoles here. So with the saucer separation, I'm just going to go into here. So what it does is it does a minute and a half recharge. I think it's 2 minutes, to be honest. You get the crew capacity set to 100. You get minus 13% hull HP, plus 10% impulse speed, plus 10 to turn rate, plus 10 to weapons power, minus 5 to shield power, minus 5 to auxiliary power, and minus 4.8% shield HP. And there's no skills that affect the ability. Because I have the antimatter spread, I'm going to get the enhanced structural systems, which gives me plus 10 to all damage resistance rating, plus 2 flight turn rate, and plus 10 engine power settings. If I had the Andromeda and I had the molecular cohesion nullifier, I would have gotten reinforced shielding, which gives plus 10% maximum shield capacity and shield regeneration, and reduces all energy damaged by shields by 5%. So that right there, that reinforced shielding is probably one of the better consoles out there. Well, sets anyways for the consoles. So, but anyways, let's move on, and I'm going to show you T5U here. Let me just go talk to this guy over here, and I will show you what you can do when you can upgrade. You can upgrade this one because this one is a tier 5. So your base hull starts at 40,000 with this one. It will move to 46,000 at level 50, and once you get up to level 60, you're going to get 53,333.33. For consoles, you're going to get an extra tactical, which is going to be beneficial with this ship. And for the ship mastery systems, you have the absorptive hull plating, which gives you plus 25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. At level 2, rapid repair, so regenerate 6.6 hull or 1.25% of your current max every 3 seconds in space, and it doubles this once you're out of combat. Enhanced hull plating. You get plus 25 all energy and radiation damage resistance rating. So I think you get okay, nope, that's something else. Okay, and then you get armored hull, which is plus 10% hull hit points. So that's going to be beneficial to you when you upgrade. So get out of that. And then for stations, I have the following for the Lieutenant Tactical. I have High Yield 1. And just to kind of change things up here, I have Fire at Will 2. For the Commander Engineering, I have Emergency Power Shields 1, Emergency Powered Weapons 2, Eject the Warp Plasma, Ace Tom Beam 2. For the Lieutenant Commander Engineering, I have Emergency Powered Auxiliary 1, Directed Energy Modulation 1, and Reverse Shield Polarity. And then for Engineering Team, for the Ensign's Engineering, I have Engineering Team 1. And for Lieutenant Science Team 1 and Hazard Emitters 2. So that should help me with the healing and whatnot. And then traits. This doesn't really change very, very much unless I get up to level 60, which it might change to. And I don't even have any more ship slots or ship traits. So I have Accurate, Astrophysicist, EPS Manifold Efficiency, Elusive, Techie, Warp Theorist, Grace Under Fire, and Living Hull. And Space Reputation, I need to work on reputations on this character. So I get, right now, Omega Kinetic Shearing, Enhanced Shield Penetration, Superior Shield Repair, and Fortified Hull. So all those are hopefully going to help me a little bit. And now I'm going to go up into space. We're going to do an STF, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the ship. Okay, so doing a Borg STF here. I am in the Monarch variant, which is just aesthetics only, so Alright, we're gonna go over this way here. And we'll increase the weapon fire here. Now we got spears on me. Oh, I got no shields. Let's get those bad boys back up. So, got one at least confused. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get Miracle Worker back up here. Alright, I need some help here. Alright, let's do separate the saucer here. That's going to help me a bit. Or at least I hope so. Alright, so good. My saucer did not get destroyed. That's good. Okay. I'm glad they showed up. My saucer section is still over there. I don't know what the heck it's doing. Please, let's not fire at that thing. Alright, so now I can switch back to that. So that should help a little bit with damaging these enemies. Oh, probes. Gun for probes. Oh, okay, good. All right, there we go. Awesome. And we succeeded in um, the other optional here, or this optional here. See, did we confuse her? Probably not. Darn, that was a waste. Should've waited. Oh. Am I out of the way? I'm out of the way. I don't know where my saucer is. Oh, it's gonna get blown to shreds. Oh, gotta get in there. There she goes. Done. Awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my saucer back. Get some leg there. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. There's the ship hole again. So, yeah, so it's not too bad of a ship. Almost had... was on the verge of exploding there. That could have been because of the gateway, because those things are just so OP that they'll do like a one hit or 2 hit kill damage thing there. But other than that, it's not a bad ship. If you are really into the whole Enterprise D or Galaxy class starship, this is probably one of the better ones. It's the Tier 5 version anyways. So, and it's not the Dreadnought, so I think it moves a little bit faster, or turn rate is a little bit better than the Dreadnought. It may be the same. Either way, and if you want a different variation on it, the Monarch variation is a nice touch to the refit class, or retrofit class, I should say. Anyways, folks, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. Live long and prosper. And as always, we'll see you out there.